Ever wondered why some people can't stop betting once they start? Or how betting apps keep them coming back for more, even when they're losing? The global online gambling and betting industry reached a massive $85 billion in 2023, and it's projected to increase to $133 billion by 2029. But behind the flashy wins and easy bets, most players don't realize just how much they're losing. In this video, we'll uncover 3 key questions. How do online betting apps use psychology to keep users hooked? Why do people lose more than they realize in online betting? What are the dangers of online betting apps? And how can users protect themselves? Let's break it all down and uncover the hidden tactics that keep people betting and losing.
I was a customer account supervisor at one of the biggest gambling companies in the world. The fact that nobody can win, we only want losing customers. That's it.
Do a lot of your friends sports gamble? Is it common? Yeah. What do you guys bet on?
Anything.
If you lose, it's the no stress. They give you another 100.
Correct. Well, they don't give you the money back. They give you a credit. So you can still take a new $100 and bet it again. Right. Even if
so what they're giving you isn't money. What they're giving you
they
is
definitely don't give you money.
they want to keep you in action.
Correct.
That's what the bonus bet is. It's not money. It's keeping you in action.
Correct. To keep you locked in.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's a setup.
During my research, I found 3 key psychological tricks that online betting apps use to keep users hooked. First, let's talk about intermittent rewards. People don't win every time they place a bet, but that's intentional. Online betting apps use intermittent reinforcement, meaning wins are scattered randomly, and players never know when the next win will happen. This taps into a fundamental psychological principle. Humans are more motivated by rewards that come unpredictably. It's the same concept behind slot machines. Players win just enough to stay engaged, and the uncertainty keeps them hooked. Even during losing streaks, the thought that the next win could be around the corner keeps them betting repeatedly. Next, there's the illusion of control. In games like poker, fantasy sports, or sports betting, these apps create the impression that users have more control over the outcome than they actually do. Players are given access to stats, trends, and betting odds, which make them feel as though they can outsmart the system if they make the right decisions. In reality, while skill plays a role, chance is still a major factor, especially in sports betting. No amount of analysis can predict unexpected events like injuries or referee decisions that can shift the game instantly. But these apps capitalize on the illusion that players can influence the results, leading many to overestimate their chances and keep betting more. Then, we have near wins. Ever noticed how some people seem just one step away from hitting a big win? Maybe their team lost in the final seconds, or they were just one number off. These near misses are incredibly powerful in keeping people engaged. Although technically a loss, near wins give the brain a similar rush to actual wins, making people feel they were so close that the next bet has to be the one. This false sense of being on the verge of success pushes them to place more bets, chasing a win that may never come. These strategies show how online betting platforms keep users engaged for longer than intended. However, it's just as important to look at the other side, the reasons why users often lose more than they realize. Before we dive into that, if you're finding value in this video, please subscribe and like. Your support motivates us to keep providing valuable content. Now let's talk about why people often lose more than they realize when betting online. It's not just bad luck. There are several key factors at play that make people unaware of how much they're actually losing. First up is the house edge. Betting apps are designed so that the house or the app always wins in the long run. This is known as the house edge. While users may experience short-term wins, over time, the structure of these games ensures the app earns more than it gives out. For instance, even if someone wins occasionally, they're playing a game where the odds are mathematically stacked against them. The longer they stay in the game, the more likely they are to lose overall. The gambler's fallacy is another reason. Many people think that after a series of losses, a win is bound to happen. This is called the gambler's fallacy, the mistaken belief that past outcomes influence future results. But each bet is independent of the last one, and the odds don't change, no matter how long someone has been on a losing streak. Still, this false belief keeps people chasing losses, thinking their luck will turn, which leads them to keep betting more and losing more. Finally, there's the fast-paced design of these apps. Online betting apps are designed for rapid gameplay and instant feedback, with constant notifications encouraging users to place new bets. This fast pace makes it easy for people to lose track of how much time and money they've spent. The quick interactions and flashy design prevent users from pausing to reflect on their losses. Over time, this leads to losing more money than intended, simply because it's difficult to slow down and stop betting. Cool. Now that we have covered the psychological hooks and the reasons behind unexpected losses, what are the dangers of this app? Well, I guess you may already be aware of most of them, so let me share a story here that caught my attention to better explain this. Tony Franklin's story is a haunting example of the destructive power of gambling addiction. In just 59 minutes, he lost £3,500 on high-speed fixed-odds betting terminals, also known as the crack cocaine of gambling. Over time, his gambling spiraled out of control, leading him to lose an estimated £1 million over 2 decades. His addiction was so severe that he resorted to petty scams and racked up thousands in debt, even losing £100,000 while trying to start fresh in Eastern Europe. The financial impact was devastating. Franklin blew his family's savings and maxed out credit cards, leaving him penniless. His addiction also deeply affected his mental health, leading to isolation, depression, and anxiety. At his lowest, Franklin struggled with suicidal thoughts. Emotionally, the strain on his relationships was enormous. His wife and son eventually had to move abroad, and his marriage suffered under the weight of hidden debts and continued gambling losses. This story highlights not just the personal devastation gambling can cause, but also the broader risks these addictive gambling platforms pose to society. And that's a wrap for today. As you've seen from this video, betting is definitely not something I would recommend, nor is it something I've ever tried or will try. In my case, my faith in Islam guides me to avoid gambling. But even aside from religious reasons, the real-life stories and examples we discussed are more than enough to steer clear of it. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you enjoyed this, you won't want to miss my video, where I dive into how AI influencers are created and how people are making money from them. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.